The more you know about someone, the more you can align a campaign with their requirements or their wants and needs.
And Cambridge Analytica apparently knows a great deal. They say they combine standard data mining techniques with personality modeling, so-called psychographics.
Then we add a unique extra layer of data about personality, decision-making, and motivation.
So where did they get that kind of deep-level insight into people's inner lives? According to Christopher Wylie, a Canadian whistleblower who left the firm in 2014, it came from Facebook. Tens of millions of profiles. He claims almost all of them harvested without the owner's knowledge.
Our techniques are working across the globe, from local elections to the U.S. 2016 presidential race.
Conservative pro-Trump mega-donor Rebecca Mercer sits on Cambridge's board. Trump strategist Steve Bannon was also a board member. Facebook data may have helped Trump win the White House. Cambridge Analytica denies it's misused that data. Facebook says it's suspending the company and is conducting a review, but it only informed the public about this on Friday as Wylie came forward with his story. In a Canadian exclusive, I spoke with Wylie earlier today. Chris, this all sounds pretty complicated. How did it actually work?
What we did is we used applications that people would join. They would fill out psychological surveys, and then that app would then go and pull all of their Facebook data and relate how they answered the questions on the survey to their Facebook data. And from that, we were able to then make inferences or predictions about people who we haven't yet spoken to, but we have pulled their Facebook data. So it allowed us to profile upwards of 50 million Americans over the span of a couple months and understand not only their personality traits, but how they think and how they would likely react to different kinds of information. And what is it exactly that we need to do in order to pick at certain mental or emotional vulnerabilities so that those people would behave in a particular way that was conducive to Steve Bannon's objective.
But you've known some of this for a long time. Why come forward now?
The difference for me is having watched 2016 roll out with Donald Trump's election and then all of the rise of the alt-right. It really made me reflect on the impact that Cambridge Analytica has had, not just on the American political scene, but also around the world. And so I think that, I reflected on it, and I think, I said to myself, I need to speak out now because I've seen the impact that this company has had, and I think people should know about how it works.
Are you afraid in any way right now?
Speaking out against, one of the most powerful Republican billionaires, Robert Mercer, and Steve Bannon, and frankly the entire alt-right, is intimidating. Speaking out against social media giants like Facebook is intimidating, particularly when they retaliate. When I come forward as a whistleblower, that's intimidating. But I think that it's important for people to know what this company does, its impact on American elections and elections around the world, and also more broadly, to hold social media companies like Facebook to account. I am accepting my share of responsibility in what happened with Cambridge Analytica, and I think that Facebook should also accept some share of responsibility as to what happened.
Chris, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.